Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Salon Etiquette with Ms. Camille. Have you ever wondered why some clients stay for a lifetime and some clients only come for one visit? Well, after 30 years behind the chair, I had the answer to that. If not, I know where to find the answer. So this morning, I want to talk about gender, race, and politics. Gender, race, and politics. And it's going to go under listening while you work. Listen while you work. So I have 7 principles that I like to share that have worked for me over 30 years to help me stay booked and busy, keep customer retention, having clients, making money, that having clients steady in my chair. So number 1 is the consultation. Number 2 is agreeing to a service. Number 3 is Number 1 is the greeting. Number 2 is the consultation. Number 3 is agreeing. Number 4 is listening while you work. Number 5 is make sure that we always sell our retail. Number 6, making sure we reschedule every client after every service. And number 7 is word of mouth is your best advertiser. But today I'm going to talk about listening. So I got a story from one of the students about a week or 2 ago. She was talking about how she was working in a salon, and one of the a former student, got into it with one of her clients. So the lady, so you got 2 hairdressers. So 2 hairdressers, and hairdresser A was working on her client. Hairdresser 2 was working on her client. So hairdresser 2 got into an argument with hairdresser 1's client over politics. Matter of fact, she said they were discussing the Kurt guy, the one that got killed. He was that got unalive. He was a Trump supporter. Well, they got into a heated. She said they got into a heated argument over the Kurt guy, to the point where the hairdresser number 2 offended hairdresser number 1's client. But when I was in school, we were told not to talk about sex, race, and religion. But now they call it gender. You don't talk about it. So you don't talk about gender, race, and politics, because these are highly sensitive topics. And at the end of the day, you don't want nothing to mess with your money. You don't want nothing to mess with your money. You just want to come, do a couple of heads, and go home. Come, do a couple of heads, and go home with your pocket full of money, right? So they got into a heated argument over the Kurt guy. The one hairdresser 2 got into an argument with hairdresser 1's client. Well, the owner of the salon had to be called in, or the manager had to be called in to calm the situation down, right? He had to be called in to calm down the situation. And matter of fact, I just Googled it. They were arguing over Charlie Kirk. He was one of Donald Trump supporters. So the client and the hairdresser number 2 got into a deep, heated argument over Charlie Kirk. Whether he was right, whether he was wrong. So Ms. Camille always says, listen while you work. If 2 clients want to argue, let them argue. Again, if 2 clients want to argue, let them argue. You stay focused, you stay true to your craft. You don't get involved. I'm out here at the park now, here doing yoga. You stay true to your craft. You don't get involved. You listen while you work. You can listen to them argue back. The two clients, you can listen to them go back and forth all day, back and forth. Because by the time they get done arguing, you done. Did you hear what I said? By the time the two clients get done arguing, you're done. On to the next client. So let's take that into consideration. Number so it's the greeting, the consultation, agreement, and number 4 is listening while you work. Listen while you work. Listen while you work. Listen while you work. Let the clients talk. Listen while you work. Let the clients talk. Let them talk about whatever they want. And like I said, back in the 1990s, when I went to beauty school, they forbid us to talk about, back then it was called sex, race, or gender. We was told you don't talk about those things because those are highly sensitive topics. Some people feel really, passionate about their political views. My youngest daughter, she feels very passionate about her religious view. She, Mommy, who's God and what God? What do you think about God? People. The Bible says this. People could go on and on and on for hours, right? So we have to, as the stylist, technically the chair is your office. The chair is your office. So you control what goes on in your office. Now, if your client wants to talk about, like I said, when your client is in your chair, don't talk about whatever they want. Me as the professional, you and I as the professional, we just concentrate on our craft, making sure we're using the right amount of heat. Because I know back in the old days, if you get in a heated discussion, and you put them stoves in the iron, and you get to talking in the heated discussion, and you done forgot that you had the stove in the iron. Next thing you know, you done burnt somebody's whole piece of hair off because you done got into a heated discussion. So I've learned over the years, just listen. Let people talk about whatever they want to talk about. But I had to learn to just listen while I work. And like I said, we be getting in a heated conversation over what, this, that, and I put the iron in the back then we had the canopial curls and you put them in the iron, and you done got in a heated discussion, forgot about how hot the iron is, and next thing you know, you done put the hot, even though you done test it, or sometimes you so heated you forget to test it, and then you done sizzled off somebody's whole hair, whole curl. So make sure that we learn to position ourselves where we just listen to our client. Let them talk about whatever they want. Let's make sure that we practice staying out of the deep conversations on gender, race, and politics. Let people talk about whatever they want to talk. Don't get fired, which the hairstylist 1 said the hairstylist 2 ended up getting fired because when they had to call a salon manager, she was so uncontrollable because she was so passionate about what she was talking about that the manager couldn't calm the hairstylist down because she got in a heated conversation with hairdresser 1's client over Charlie Kirk. Political issue. So while we at work today, let's just focus on our consultation, our greeting, our consultation. Make sure we agreeing to the service. Make sure we're pricing right. Make sure that we're listening while we're working. And make sure we are, when we do talk, we're discussing retailing and rebooking, because we know that our work speaks for us and word of mouth is your best advertisement. we got to stay focused because there's money to be made. So now that hairdresser's out of a job, and Charlie Kirk, doggy, see another dog there. Charlie Kirk is going on. Trump is still doing whatever he's doing 3 or 4 years later. And we don't want nothing to come between us and our clients. And we don't want anything to come between our money. So let's make sure that we leave the political stuff out the salon. Now, if the clients, mind you, if the clients want to talk about who shot Jane or who did what, or if clients want to talk about gender, race, and politics, let them talk. You and I are going to stay focused on our craft. Smile and keep going. Let them talk. Because, listen, about time they get done talking about whatever they talk about, you're done. You're done. And you're on to the next customer. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Let people talk about whatever they want to talk about. But you stay focused to your craft. Because remember, your client is your walking billboard. So if you did a good job on her hair, people are going to be focused on her hair, not on her political views. So listen while you work. Stay focused on your craft. As professional, we don't talk about gender, race, or politics. Let the clients talk about whatever they want to talk about. But let's stay focused to our craft. All right, this is Salon Etiquette with Ms. Camille. Leave those comments, leave those thoughts down in the description. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.